What's good, YouTube? Man of Steel here. And if you're watching this video, you're either struggling with or just getting into the expert solo battles for Space-Time Smackdown. And this is the first challenge, Yanmega slash Exeggutor EX. As you can see to my right, this is the exact list that your opponent will be using, like the AI will be using against you. And the main reason I want to start with this, rather than the list that I'm going to recommend to beat this challenge, is the fact that there's two main things to note from this list. I guess almost three, right? Number one is the fact that there's no retreat reduction in the list at all. There's no XP, there's no leaf. So basically when Kangaskhan starts or when Exeggutor starts, granted Exeggutor is a pain, it's a struggle, right? But if they start with Kangaskhan, you could safely know that guy's not going anywhere the entire fight. Like he will stand there or she will stand there until you knock it down. So you could use that to your advantage / know what to expect with that, right? Like at no point are they gonna leave, jump into Yanmega or do anything crazy. So with that said, the other one that I wanted to point out was no Sabrina. That all these decks, for the most part, I think all the expert solo battles from this set use Cyrus, which is another thing you could play around in the sense that you don't want to be really switching around your Pokemon too much, because they will be able to tag them out. Meanwhile, as a Sabrina play, since you don't have to worry about Sabrina, you're able to build up stuff in the back without worrying about them having access to it. As long as you're gonna sacrifice your front line quite a bit, actually, is what I'm trying to get at. And number three is that they only have Erica for healing. And so basically when you're calculating numbers, you could expect to heal for 50, but there's no potions, so they're not going to be healing 20. The giant cape comes up, but you'll see the giant cape before, as you're dealing with it, right? So that's the three main things that I want to point out on this list that are pretty important when it comes to the thing. So we could go straight into the deck profile of how to beat this exactly. So for this video, I want to focus on two challenges: the winning with only dark types and the winning with 3 diamonds or less. The 3 diamonds or less, I want to note heavily that it's just Pokemon, so you are able to use your promo like research Pokeballs. You could use your full rarity like Kogas and all that. But mainly the only thing that really from this list that matters to that is that you don't use the Weezing 1-star. Like I know it looks shiny, I know it's beautiful, but you can't use it or it won't count towards the challenge. But back to Yanmega. The way you beat Yanmega, and the reason that they say only dark types is because all the dark types released in space-time are weak to grass. And I know most people are like, wait, why? It's because of the whole bug typing and all that stuff. But yeah, it's because of Darkrai and Sneasel. But since we're playing the old dark types, we don't worry about the weakness to grass. So that's actually in our benefit. And as far as the deck list goes, it's your standard like Scolipede Weezing. What we miss out on is like Tauros or Mew. Like you can't play that third attacker to like build up because the deck does have to have all dark Pokemon. So instead, we're playing Pokemon communication, kind of like to maximize being able to see the Scolipede line or the Weezing, like whatever part you're missing. I did have a success with the list that was playing 2 of it, but I decided to cut it down to 1 and actually play 1 Sabrina. And the Sabrina comes in handy due to what I mentioned earlier in the video, where they have no way of bringing out, they have no leaf, no XP, no way of like rotating efficiently. So Sabrina lets you pull out a Kangaskhan or something from the back, and you know that Kangaskhan's not going anywhere until you knock it out. It's an easy way to get a point or buy yourself some time. Trust me, it helps. Again, like I said, I did have success with the list that didn't have Sabrina and was playing double communication for consistency. And either way, this list is pretty standard. It's pretty much what people have been playing Weezing Scolipede for the longest. A little lower in like power level because you can't play that third attacker. But with that said, I'm gonna show you some gameplay of how it works, and always remember that it might take some couple tries regardless of how good your list is, and above all else, stay pro. Alright, so we're going first, which gives us like evolution advantage, but as far as attacking goes, if they start properly, we're in trouble, but we'll see. The fact that they started with 3, they probably have Kangaskhan in the front, or execute. Yeah. But like I mentioned in the intro, that doesn't mean that this Kangaskhan isn't going anywhere, so we're gonna use that to our advantage. Want to maximize seeing the Venipede and start building that up as well. Well, we tried to maximize that, didn't work out. But yeah, this start lets us basically guarantees us a point on the Kangaskhan. I wasn't sure where that cable was going. And then we're gonna start trading back and forth in an attempt to get the EX point. We'll see how that goes. That's best case scenario right now. And that's exactly what we needed. Now we just really need to see Whirlipede, but we couldn't have asked for a better start. And yeah, this is, again, a lot of these is going to be like, you're going to have to like retry until you get the optimal start, unfortunately. It's just, they're playing a deck that's like basically close to meta or aggressively like strong enough to be competitive, while we're forced to like play something lesser than. And honestly, now that I'm recording is that I'm having the best luck. In testing, this Kangaskhan was hitting for 60 every turn, and the Exeggutor always hits for 80. So don't feel bad if it takes a few tries. Just know this deck is capable of doing it, right? That's what matters. Let's start building this up, even though we don't have the evolution for it. And this way, the math works out where we'll get the knockout on our when it comes back to our turn, so this is perfect. Yeah, and the damage doesn't matter because we will Koga the coughing at this point. Yeah, so that worked out mathematically, I guess. And again, here they messed up because they should have sent out the one in the cave, especially knowing that, at least we know that they don't have what's it called? A way to get this Exeggutor out before we could kill it, but this is basically the deck doing what it does best, right? Then we Koga to get him out of there. And then next turn we're able to leave. So that's how we win the game next turn. Even if they Erica, I think we get it off the math. We'll see. Yeah, so this is GG's. And this is like, I know it's like, oh, how many times? Honestly, this was my second attempt recording. The first attempt, I didn't see any of my evolution lines. It happens. It's not... Like I said, we just go leaf here. And just like that, and look, and even as a bonus, in this game, we won without losing a single point. Like, they didn't get a point on us. So that beats that mission too. So like, besides the 2 missions that are guaranteed in this like guide, there will be like, the other ones are, you'll get through repetition. Mainly, what I mean by repetition is that some of the other, I'll go over it now. But yeah, you see, like, deal 1500 damage, you're not gonna do that in one game. Like, that was gonna take over, you gotta do it over time. And since you have to do it over and over again to get stuff like that, that's when you'll unlock stuff like win by turn 12, like you see here. You'll get the win by turn 12. You'll get the win without them getting any points. You'll get that as you go, like, basically getting this one. That's why I wanted to focus on the first 2. Because if you get a deck that could do the first 2, the other ones come with time and just like out of repetitions. So hopefully this helped. And if anything, I might add a second game just so you can see how it could go as well. Alright, so once again, we're going first. And this time they start execute, so this is another angle. We could Pokecom in a hope to get Venipede. We could also wait a turn, right? Actually, it's probably best. Let's do it now. And the reason I'm doing it now is because if we're able to start evolving him in time, we'll get the best. We didn't get it there, but basically the best curve, I guess, to try to get there. We do have research next turn as well. Research and double Pokeball still in the deck. You see, here's a case where we could, if we want to, play Sabrina, bring out the Kangaskhan, and then it's stuck there. That's one way to play it. But I think I am gonna be aggressive. Ooh, especially drawing that. Let's just be. Because now, even again, they're not playing Geo. They're not playing. It is why it's so important to see like what they're playing. They have their max output next turn is just 80 damage with his Exeggutor. And there's no way for him to retreat it because he's going to start building up something else. So even here, Weezing's probably going to be able to outpace the Exeggutor. Now we have another Weezing. So there's a world where we even hold Koga. We definitely evolve here. Like, we could almost give him away this point is what I'm trying to get at. But also there's no need to. Let's do this instead. We could give him the Weezing the following turn. If we had the Scolipede play, then I would be a little more aggressive. I would give him the energy to Whirlipede and let the Weezing, or give the Weezing a chance to fall off. You see there, it would have knocked us out, so. And now it's guaranteed to knock us out next turn. Not anymore, I guess. I guess we do keep playing this game. Let's go Koga again. Again, buying us time. And like I said, there's no way for him to get this Exeggutor out of the way because there's no XP, no leaf. And I'll keep saying that because he won't commit energy to it. He'll just start building up Yanmega. He might even put an energy here on the Exeggutor now so that it could attack. Yeah, so we're in a really solid position. We just really need to see the Scolipede within the deck out with the Pokeball. We could build up this Weezing now. If we hit it for 30, we do get the knockout and then something else comes in. Sure, and let's put our first energy here. Regardless what he sends out, we'll probably just Sabrina it away. Depending on what he builds up. Or what he goes for. Like, the good thing here about Exeggutor is that it can't go anywhere. Like, I keep saying that, but it's true. Unfortunately, it got heads there. Like, had it gone in tails, we would have been in such a good spot, but we're not in a bad spot either. We're just a Scolipede away from, like, winning this. And mathematically, we're bound to see it in time. I've already used Pokemon Communication, right? We're only on playing one of those. Again, there is a debate to make this Sabrina Pokemon Communication, but it's not necessary. Like, it's not mandatory. This Weezing guaranteed sees an extra turn. And if he doesn't heal, we are able to just win with the Scolipede and Leaf. Just like we did in the past game. And there he is. Scolipede. This is one of my favorite decks, like using it like meta-wise. So being able to use it for one of these challenges and show it to y'all is like great for me. There you go. Venoshock 120. 10 damage of the poison at the end. And just like that, out of 3 attempts, I won 2 of them just on like recording. That doesn't count all the testing times that I've won and trying to make the deck a little bit better every time. Hopefully the gameplay alongside the deck list and the reasons why we did certain things help you guys complete this challenge the way I was able to. I do believe this deck is the most consistent way of doing it. If you guys have like any other suggestions or ideas that could help this challenge, feel free to comment down below, as I just want to make it as possible and clear for you guys to replicate what I'm doing. And honestly, I will be releasing videos, and I already have lists for like the decks, the other challenges, so those will be coming out as time goes on, hopefully the incoming days. But without speaking too much, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. And again, any questions you have or suggestions, feel free to comment down below. And above all else, stay pro.